Guys, it's Ashley Marie Color, and I'm going to do a tutorial on my signature waves. That is the #1 most popular request that I get is how to curl your hair. So I'm going to show you how I take my second day hair that's a little bit greasy and kind of flat to my head, and I'm going to make it a more beachy, voluminous, like sexy beach wave. You want to take your hair and basically part it from like the ear all the way back. And then you're gonna clip it up. I just use like a sharp clip. You can get these from Wet Brush, and they're super easy and simple. It's a lot easier than using like a hair tie. So now you have the section. The first section, I always start with the nape. Just makes it easier for you to start from the bottom and go to the top. So you have your hair down here that you're gonna basically divide into 2 sections. So as you can see, my root is a little greasy, so this is gonna be the perfect illustration of how to use dry shampoo. So I'm using a Marcel iron 1.25 inch. I'm just starting at the bottom and I'm curling it back away from the face. And then you're gonna twist it, pull the ends, and then that's it. Your next section, you're actually gonna alternate directions. So I went back for the first one. This next one, I'm gonna do forward. Alternating directions gives more volume. If you do the same direction all over, they're gonna make one giant curl. So as you can see now, they're separated. If I did them all together, these might wanna clump together. So this is separating, which also gives different directions, so you're getting more volume and more body. The next section, I'm basically going and doing a next section, and it's the temples. So this area here also tends to get a little oily, but I'm going to show you with the Amika dry shampoo that it really is going to refresh it. Cute. All right, so next section here, this is a little bit bigger because it's coming forward, and you don't want to take too small of sections unless you have like hella crazy thick dense hair, but I'm just going to take it basically to the ear to the hairline. And the same thing with this side. I'm just gonna grab the hair in the middle of the shaft, twirl, pull it down, twirl, let that hair go, twirl, twirl, and pull down. So if you pull down, it's gonna stretch it out, make it a little bit longer, and then also leaving the ends out and smoothing them out is gonna really make those ends look finished. If you leave the ends out and let go, you know, if you didn't blow dry or you air dried, or maybe you have hair that's a little bit more crunchy on the ends because you have some breakage, this is really gonna seal it and make it look more finished if you didn't blow dry. So again, I'm going towards the face this time because I just went backwards. And it's really quick and easy. I can literally do this in about 10 minutes, if that. But once you get the hang of it, it actually is a really quick way to do your hair. See? So now I'm doing this next section, and it's basically the top of your hair here. All of the sectioning is about, I would say that's like 2 inches, 3 inches. So we're just doing another parting, wrapping the hair up with the sharp clip. And this is also like a really big section. So I might divide this one into 4. Okay, so now we're at the top. As you can see, my hair is like really heavy and greasy and definitely do not have much volume at the top. But we're gonna fix that. I always like to curl before I do all the dry shampoo and whatnot. So I'm gonna, again, make this into 4 sections. So you divide that one in half, and then these two into half as well, so they're equal parts. Now, as you can see, I'm all finished. And if this were 1990, I would leave it like this because myself in about, I would say actually the 2000s, I looked like this. And we've since grown up, so we're gonna get away from this look, the prom curls. I'm actually gonna let them cool for a hot second. And once your hair has fully cooled, it's got the wave pattern and it's gonna make it stay longer, especially if you have fine hair. If you have fine hair, you might want to spray it lightly with a touchable, I like the Amika flexible touch, and that's going to make it set but not get too crunchy. You don't want to use like a hard hold and be like a helmet head, especially when you're letting it cool. So if you have fine hair, use it. If not, I would just omit until the very end. I'm just gonna let this cool. Now that I've let my hair cool, I'm gonna just brush it out with my fingers. I am the biggest supporter of like fingers for life, like they're your best tool. I don't really like brushes because I feel like it's gonna like make everything really brushed out. I just want it to be softly brushed out. So you just use your fingers, you just kind of comb it through, okay? Or you could use a really wide comb, but I like using the fingers. So now as you can see, the style is a little bit broken up. Okay, dry shampoo. So I use this, I mean, everyone that has been my client for years knows that this is my favorite product. Even if it doesn't sell in the salons, this is my favorite product. Like, you know it's real when someone's selling you something that they get nothing from. So you're just gonna part your hair. I don't typically like to spray this part of the root that's going to be visible just because it is a little chalky. So you're going to part the hair, shake it up, shield your face, and then just spread. So you can see it has a little bit of white from the rice powder, and that's going to be absorbing the oils. I also like to use this when my hair is fresh and washed, just to give it a nice airy texture, because all those little powders make the hair expand and give you volume. So you're just doing this sectioning all throughout the hair. Okay, so that's one side. Just gonna dissipate it with your fingers again, distributing it through the midst of the hair. I would not use this on the ends of your hair because if you spray it everywhere, it does have some alcohol and it's gonna dry out your ends, and then you're gonna get split ends more than likely. Like any dry shampoo is gonna have some alcohol or drying agent. That's what it does. It dries the hair from oils, and you don't wanna do that on your ends. Okay, so now I just did this side. As you can see, this side is a lot flatter than this side. It actually gave it volume and a little bit of texture. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. If you're a brunette, you definitely want to make sure that you rub this in. I'm almost there. I'm like a dark blonde at my root. So as you can see the powder. If you have black hair, you definitely have to make sure that you rub it in. Definitely don't want to walk around looking like a circus freak. Okay, so now we're done with that side. Just gonna do the same thing, just kind of move it through the hair, just kind of shaking, and then you rub it into the scalp. Shake and rub, shake and rub. Okay, so now as you can see, I no longer look like a dirty scoundrel. This is a plus. I'm not trying to go for that look. Now we're gonna do the back section. I don't do the whole back. I literally just do the top because I'm also not trying to waste a whole can every time I use it. That's just me. I guess you could if you wanted to. But I take usually just the top 3 sections. All right. And do the same thing. Just a little rub. Really get it in there, make sure it's rubbed in. And that's why I also don't like to spray the root, because if you are someone with dark hair, you don't want to have to worry about having that really matte look, because even if you rub it in, it could be really mattifying if you have really shiny black hair, and it might look a little funny in photos. Just like if you use a lot of powder on your face in photos, it shows up really light. So as you can see, my hair is literally so voluminous just from that. Step 2, the Undone Texture Spray. I'm gonna apply this just sporadically, mids to ends, the mid shaft of your hair to ends, just kind of picking it up and throwing it around. You don't need much. I hate when I have too much product in my hair, less is more. And then the same thing on this side. Okay. Voila. I a lot of times just finish here, and this is my finished look. But today my ends are feeling a little dry. So I'm going to use the Olaplex. This is their Bond Smoother. And you can use this as a blow dry primer. It actually makes the hair dry faster. But I also like to use it on my hair after it's been a few days to smooth out the ends because they do get dry from product. And this just makes also a little barrier. I'm going to apply a little bit of the Amika Touchable Hairspray, and it's going to create a barrier. That way the alcohol in the hairspray doesn't penetrate. So it's kind of creating a little oily barrier, and it's going to protect my ends and also heal them. So as you can see, it's a little bit more piecey on the ends instead of as expanded from the powders and the dry shampoo. And then I'm going to finish with the Touchable Hairspray. You don't have to, but if you want your style to stay a little bit longer, I would do a light spray. That's it. So this is the style. This is next day, how to refresh your hair with an easy tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know, leave any comments or questions, and thank you guys for watching.